Hello, people. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. How y'all doing tonight? Well, I know what happened the last 2 days, and I'm going to address that. The last recent school shootings. And basically, I'm going to say it like this. I never did a video like this, believe it or not. But we got to talk about the double standards out here. Why is it when Caucasian males shoot up schools, bomb buildings, shoot missiles, terrorize people, steal from people, rob people, kidnap people, molest children, rape women, even raping men, when they kill cops, when they challenge military officials, you know what I'm saying? When they challenge the FBI, people who work in branches of government, and when they shoot up movie theaters, shoot up malls, would drive, motherfuckers will get emboldened to beat on women. You know what I'm saying? And what's so bad is that when these Caucasian males will get emboldened to drive their car or steal a truck or get a truck and drive through a crowd of people, injuring them, but injuring the masses and killing the masses. Why in the hell are these motherfuckers never called a thug? But mind you, if the situation happened to be a person of color, a black man who did those things, killed millions of people, killed thousands of people. But let me tell you something. If he kills one or two, you know they're going to get him. You know, but a Caucasian male can rape multiple women, get less than 30 days in fucking jail. Yeah, I got reports on that, which I plan to discuss in another video about that, because I ain't lying. You have Caucasian males drugging women, raping the shit out of them, but it's never covered. You have Caucasian males beating the shit out of women, but it never gets talked about. Feminists don't even want to touch it. But they're so about women's rights and women's protection and all this type of bullshit. But yet these Caucasian females, yes, I'm calling y'all out too. Y'all stand by your Caucasian male. I'll say this again. Why is it when Caucasian males do these evil atrocities, these inhumane acts, demonic acts on people, violating them, terrorizing them, raping them, killing them, they can go start some bullshit ass wars and terrorize a bunch of people, native, steal land and steal resources, but they're still looked as a fucking king, this fucking angel. They're never called thugs. And when people confront these Caucasian males who do this shit, oh, he had mental issues. Oh, he had a bad childhood. Really? The motherfucker's first car was a fucking Lexus, okay? And I'm talking about paid the fuck off, late current model, brand fucking new. Yeah, brand fucking new, basically. And motherfuckers went on Disney, took trips to Disney World, Bahamas, traveled across the world and all visited different motherfucking countries. Wow, and out, drink, had the finest foods, were able to live off their mommy's and daddy's money, particularly his dad's money, have all types of bitches come at him. Was all American, even though the motherfucker sucked like a motherfucker. He sucked. He was terrible. You know, you have brothers who played better, and motherfuckers was like, had favoritism, had love and respect from the community, his community at that. But he had a rough childhood. He never had to take the bus. He never had to worry about having food in the refrigerator. He had an abundance of resources, an abundance of support. You know what I'm saying? He had women coming at him left and right, young, very young, and old. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. But he had a rough childhood. When motherfuckers shoot up, when Columbine happened, oh, they talked about, oh, they had, I'm not, and I said it like this in the past. I'm pretty sure they were picked on and bullied in the outcast, but they had nicer shit than I did, okay? Growing up in high school, okay? They had way more access to women, way more to technology. They were in the best school districts, okay? And I went to one too, but I got bullied, I got disrespected, I got harassed, I got outcasted. Not only that, I got a bunch of ignorant coon-ass Negro-pean motherfuckers calling me saying I talk white and act white. I'm trying to fit in with the Caucasians when they're doing it their damn selves. I got women disrespecting me left and right, don't want to talk to me. I never had a car in high school, okay? I was worried about survival. I was homeless multiple times. I was abused. I was disrespected from my biological to my step parents, disrespected and abused left and right. Nobody was there for me. I had severe depression. I was done wrong. I was fucked over. I was falsely accused of sexual harassment. That's why I don't take the Me Too bullshit seriously, because most women lie on that shit. And from experience, I'm saying most of these bitches are liars. You don't wait over 10, 20, 30, 40 goddamn years to say something and talk about you're a goddamn hero. But you don't you don't demand that the motherfucker gets to jail. When the minute that shit that you were raped and sexually abused, assaulted, sexually harassed, you should have demanded, you should have went to the goddamn cops. Okay? You should have reported the motherfucker to human resources, wherever the hell. I mean, you should have got a police report and made sure that motherfucker goes to jail for a long time. You don't take money. You don't sit on your ass for 20 years and keep this shit within and keep it talk to other chicks, and y'all just act like, and y'all just keep taking the abuse that you allowed to. You know you talk about you being manipulated when you ain't. But all of a sudden, one brave soul actually didn't take the money. One actually reported the situation. Now all you bitches want to come in and get a cash handout. But I digress. But back on the subject. Fuck out of here. You know that. But you know being picked on, being disrespected by teachers, being bullied left and right. When that kid, the Caucasian kid, and that racist bitch mom, and that racist Caucasian ugly ass kid started calling other black kids the N-word, that was never talked about. But they try to promote this narrative that it was a fucking victim, that he was picked on, a victim of bullying. Meanwhile, mind you, you have black girls who are being harassed and disrespected and because of their hair, and being expelled because they choose to wear an afro, embrace their natural hair texture and their hairstyle, and have African clothing. Same with black boys, same difference, you know. But when we talk Afrocentric, we start talking about black knowledge, black pride, we are mistreated and accosted and terrorized and threatened and beaten and tortured and getting threatened and insulted and put down. And getting highly suspended and highly expelled from school too. Okay? You have, situations like myself, if you are a non-stereotypical black man, young black man, and you get A's, and you do well in school, teachers disrespect you instead of giving you a high five. Now, mind you, I had some teachers acknowledge me and said, hey, you keep up what you're doing. You got a bright future. But most of the time, when I look back on it, I got female teachers, Caucasian female teachers, and sometimes Asian female teachers coming at me, and all of a sudden they want to try to flip the script and say I'm coming on to them when it's the opposite. And mind you, some of these women are married. Okay, you tell the teacher, you tell the principal, the school officials, administration, guidance counselors, they're dismissive. Michael Speed, I remember when Michael Speed was being bullied by that racist prick high school faggot ass male, scorning motherfucker. I would have stomped his ass to death. You know, fuck pulling on his backpack and shit. He would have been killed that day. Yeah, I said it. And how one of the teachers saw it, and she knew that he was being bullied and racially bullied and harassed. She didn't do nothing but take the Caucasian male aside because Caucasians stick together. And you know, Caucasian females are very protective of their male counterparts. They're protective of their husbands, their boyfriends, side dudes. You know what I'm saying? Their uncles, their brothers, nephews, other Caucasian male kids. Saying, oh, it's just words, suck it up. But mind you, you talk about threatening to kill somebody. You joke about having a bomb. You talk about raping a woman. Talk about you want to put something in her drink, make a sexist joke or a misogynistic sexist joke towards girls and women. All of a sudden they want to crucify you as a man, especially a so-called black man. You call a woman a bitch, oh, you get penalized. But wait a minute, I thought we had freedom of speech here. Oh, I forgot. That only applies to certain groups of people, and that applies to the Caucasians, but non-Caucasian people, particularly dark, those who got melanin in their skin, darker skinned people, we don't have no rights. Because they're still seeing us as slaves, even though they tell us, oh, you're not a slave, don't talk about slavery and Jim Crow, it's the past, get over it. But they never tell Jewish people to get over the Holocaust. They never tell they don't tell the Southern Caucasians, Americans, to get over the war, the civil war between the North and the South, until the Caucasian Southerners get over it, put that flag down, fuck your statues, they're coming down. You lost the war to the North, get over it, move on. They don't tell Americans, you don't see other people tell Americans, get over 9/11, get over Pearl Harbor, the Alamo, World War I, World War II, the Korean War. You know what I'm saying? The war with Japan at one point. But when these Caucasians do these atrocities to these other nations, and then when someone retaliates, the victim who retaliated is now the perpetrator, the victimizer. When it should be the other way around. Caucasian people start fights. Are shit starters, especially Caucasian females. They terrorize the gays. You girls are terrorized by Caucasian males, but at the same time, you terrorize males, but it's always males of color. You don't challenge Caucasian males. You don't put your hands on them. You don't stay in their face. You don't fuck with them. Oh, you're respectful and docile and sweet. Like Megyn Kelly can be insulted by Donald Trump, but let me tell you, if it was a so-called black man who insulted her and humiliated her and disrespected her on national television, like D.L. Hughley had that debate with Megyn Kelly, if he would have said the stuff that Donald Trump said, she would have cursed his ass out, and she would have filed a lawsuit. She would have did everything to destroy that brother. That's how the Megyn Kellys of the world get down, and those are the same type of chicks that don't like black men. But when there's nobody around, they'll seek a brother, and they get drunk and wild. You know what I'm saying? And they know what the fuck they're doing. They get drunk because to ease the guilt. Now they want to get sexual, and all of a sudden, or they just do it sober and just get in bold and just get sexually aggressive to a brother. Now all of a sudden, word gets out, I slept with a nigger. Oh, I was raped. Really, bitch? And now that brother is destroyed. Now his family's just destroyed. You had the brothers hanging from trees, and still to this day, being falsely jammed up by the legal system, lost their lives, livelihood, jobs, kicked out of school over a goddamn lie. You have Caucasian females would start a fight with a black man, knowing that the dude is like six something, and she's like 5 something. She would get in his face, spit in him, hit him, and then he clocks her back. Oh, he's the bad guy. But you had Caucasian males beat up on women of color all the fucking time. No, nothing gets happened. Oh, the woman, the female of color, the black girl, the black woman. Oh, she's the violent one. Oh, she's ghetto. She's the terrorist. Double fucking standards that I cannot fucking stand. All right, the reason I'm talking about this, because I'm sick and tired of these motherfuckers, these Caucasian males. I'm speaking of the males today, but females These thugs and these a Caucasian male, when he does dirt, he's never called a fucking thug. He's never called a fucking criminal. He's never called a fucking terrorist, a rapist, a murderer. When he does that fucking shit, you don't. When these Caucasian females do dirt, they're never called a bitch, a hoe, a slut. They're always called. They're always referred and looked at and judged as the girl next door. Caucasian males are judged as the king. A Caucasian female can commit welfare fraud, and she's never called a welfare queen. She can be a single mother and do all the ratchet, horrid shit and have multiple kids from different Caucasian males, white baby daddies. You gotta respect her. You can't judge her. She made a mistake. But if a woman of color does it, like a so-called black woman, a Mexican woman does the same shit, or a Puerto Rican woman does the same shit, or I mean, let me finish that. Oh, she's nasty. Oh, she's toxic, and she's milking the system. And if a woman like say an Asian woman, specifically an Indian woman, Arab woman, had kids and did the anchor baby thing, and a Mexican woman does the they had a kid. Let's say they're not from another country, or maybe they're 1 or 2, 3 generations, like your East Indian women, your East Asian women. Like your Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Filipina, you know what I'm saying? And your Arab women does that shit, have kids and all that stuff, multiple kids. Pakistani women have kids. Oh, they're trying to stay in this country illegally, all this type of bullshit, anger babies, and all this disrespectful shit. But Caucasian females can go around the world, whore around, have multiple kids, or have a kid and do the same shit like they complain about out here in America. Oh, you can't judge him. Fuck out of here with that double standard. Caucasian males can have kids, multiple baby mamas, and he's never called a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? That shit never fucking happens. I mean, when Stephen Paddock shut up that concert in Las Vegas, nobody called him a fucking thug. When Darren Wilson gunned down Mike Brown, he was never called a thug and a terrorist, a criminal. He was looked at as a fucking hero because he killed a nigger. Okay? Y'all follow what I'm saying? So when a Caucasian male gets turned down by a girl and he shoots her dead on, oh, nobody calls him. Nobody said, oh, that's not cool, man. Oh, you misogynistic, and oh, you abusive. You're violent towards women. And even Caucasian males getting voted to be able to put his hands on a woman, specifically a woman of color. Nothing. They are never looked at. Oh, that's wrong. And I don't see the feminists trying to destroy his ass. No, they protect him. When that Caucasian male in Charlottesville, Virginia, rammed his car into a crowd of people killing a woman, where was the National Organization for Women? Where were the feminist groups at? When that half Asian, half Caucasian cop in Oklahoma raped a bunch of black women, where was the National Organization for Women? Where were the feminist groups at? Where were the Times up in the Me Too bitches at? Where were y'all at? You're never around. Oh, y'all talk about, oh, you went out to Harvey Weinstein 20 years later. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. Harvey Weinstein lived his goddamn life. He got what he wanted, and y'all ain't trying to put him in jail. Oh, but y'all went after Cosby and called him every negative thing but a child of God. You destroyed Cosby's image, but Harvey Weinstein's image is not destroyed. He's still in power. He's still in power because you women support thugs. You Caucasian females support thugs. You actually give birth to thugs. You raise thugs. You raise these pedophiles. You raise these rapists. You raise these terrorists, these brats. And I went to school with them. I worked with them. I deal with them. I dealt with them growing up out in the suburb of New Jersey. You raise these crooked ass cops. You raise these delinquents. But you got the audacity to criticize black kids. Oh, when they do something, do kid stuff, do dumb shit. Oh, you wanna talk about them. Oh, but when Caucasian kids do dirty shit, dangerous shit, fuck with people and destroy property, oh, it's rationalized. Oh, you giving them a fucking pass. Fuck out of here with your double ass fucking standards, you motherfuckers. I hate you pale skinned monkey devils with a fucking passion. Stephen Paddock shot up a school. I mean, no, not shot up a school, but you know what I'm saying. He shot up a place in Las Vegas. Oh, y'all was, oh, nobody want to talk. Oh, he just had issues and blah, blah, blah. And his whole family had a negative, checkered, fucked up past, a violent past at that, a drug. When y'all abuse drugs, oh, we can't judge y'all, and y'all make poor choices. Like, y'all can blame the system, even though y'all run the system. But when we have a legitimate complaint about the fucking system, my people who look like me have a legitimate complaint about the fucking system. Oh, you tell us to be quiet. That's really insensitive. But when Caucasian females want to bitch about the pay cap, y'all don't throw in their fucking face. Oh, you're afraid to embarrass them about the bullshit that they do. Get handouts, got white female privilege and all that shit. Don't have to work as many hours, but want more money. And then not only that, they want to go for dudes who got a significant amount of money. Go digging as hell. But let that be another woman of another ethnicity. Oh, y'all want to call her a slut, a whore? She's trying to get in this. She's trying to marry to keep a green card. All types of shit. See, nobody want to talk about these subjects. When these Caucasian kids shoot up schools, when they rape kids and molest children, sexually harass women, you got women sexually harassing men, or try to entrap a man, or try to commit paternity fraud, or try to make false rape accusations. When you got Caucasian males want to bully people, fuck with people, and Caucasian females want to bully people, fuck with people, but cry white female tears, and then Caucasian males do dirt and want to cry white tears. Steal, do all types of shit. Kill people, murder people, torture people, abuse people, terrorize them, destroy their land and resources, kill animals for sport, kill children for sport, kill people of color for sport. Fuck with them. Go to these other ethnic communities of color, and do dirt and do evil ass shit, inappropriate shit, perverted shit. Hurt people, harm people, discriminate against people of color. Oh, y'all want to sweep that under the goddamn rug. Y'all dismissive as hell, and y'all rationalize your evil ass actions and try to blame it back on us. And I'm tired of this shit, man. I mean, you had a school shooting. I'm gonna speak on this real quick. You had a school shooting that happened I believe it's like Tuesday. And he had another school shooting, and this was out in Kentucky. And the other one was I think a few days before, or it was between 2 days apart in Texas. Let me start off with the one in Kentucky. So you had a Caucasian male, 15-year-old, always those motherfuckers. I don't know what, he crazy as hell. But let the black man shoot up his goddamn school. I mean, we have actually every justified right to, because we're always bullied and disrespected and mistreated. When that Caucasian teacher somewhere in Atlanta, Georgia, threatened to shoot that kid because he laughed during class when he was teaching, and he had nothing to do with the conversation. He shouldn't have shoot him. Said people like you will end up in jail and dead and all this type of shit. Let a so-called black male teacher say that shit to a Caucasian kid and say, "I'm gonna kill you." Oh, he'd be in jail. If that young black boy would have talked back and cursed his ass out, or probably fought the teacher, said threatened to kill the teacher, oh, his ass would have been doing life a long time. But nobody don't want to talk about white privilege. Okay. Motherfuckers have fucked up credit, have a record, have poor work history, and still get loans and shit, grants and shit, handouts. Still get the job. Motherfucker can have a history of pedophilia and still get a teaching job working with children. I seen it myself. Motherfucker got poor finances, got a fucked up business plan, and still get a goddamn loan to start his own business, and a fails later. He gets to keep his goddamn money. Them Caucasian folks. So you had let me just go back. You had a situation out in Kentucky where a 15-year-old basically got, I don't know, I mean, going by what was stated in the sources, the articles that I read, that in the news clips, that he shot up another 15-year-old boy and a 15-year-old girl. And then he shot up a bunch of people and attacked a bunch of people. And 16 were injured. 6 or 7 of them had to be taken to the hospital, and where they were fighting for their life. But this kid who did that shit, what pisses me off about the media, about their media, is that he's not called a thug. He's not called a terrorist. That's a terroristic act. When you shoot masses of people, shoot at masses of people, or you take a car and you ram into a crowd with the intention to kill. That's a fucking weapon. You take a gun to school to shoot a bunch of people, and all of a sudden you're not called a thug. Oh, everyone's gonna have sympathy for you and feel bad for you. See, I mean, but let somebody like me do that shit. All of a sudden, let my youngest brother, who's in high school about to finish up, do that shit. Oh, he's a thug. He's a killer. He's a terrorist. He's a rapist. He's a murderer. He's a child abuser. He's a child molester. Pedophile. He's misogynistic. All types of negative shit. Oh, he has issues. He's a criminal. That's how they are. That's how they get down. They're savages. Fuck out of here, man. But Caucasian males, oh, he had issues. Oh, he had a hard growing up. Fuck out of here, you Caucasian. There's nothing hard about your fucking life. Even the poor Caucasian troll pop motherfuckers got a better life than I do. Okay? Fuck out of here. Then you had another situation out in Italy. What was it? Italy, Texas? It was somewhere in Texas. It's Italy, Texas, I think. But I'm just going to say Texas just to be on the safe side. He shot up his girlfriend because she broke up with him. Really, dude? Now, I understand. When I spoke on videos in the past about True Force Holiness, about how these women get down and these girls be treating guys like shit, playing with their emotions and feelings. And how, because women are so hypergamous and so shallow, superficial and artificial and materialistic and got a false sense of entitlement and all this sexist bullshit, feminist bullshit, and because the society is so gynocentric, everything caters to women. They have all the choice and all the say-so. But the way I see it from my sources, that this dude did not live that kind of life. This dude was not disrespected, and I don't see no traces of bullying. But they're going to try to put that out there. So he shot his girlfriend. The dude had a violent past, right? So he got mad because his Caucasian male privilege, his entitled Caucasian male, his Caucasian and selfish and entitled self, controlling self, you know how to get down, because the girlfriend dumped his ass because the dude is fucking nuts. He kills her on the spot after the breakup. Instead of just being a man and says, hey, okay, instead of just being a man and saying, oh, look, okay, let me learn from my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Because I was able to get a chick. You know, let me learn what's going on. Maybe, and even if it's not my fault, maybe it's her fault. Maybe move on to a chick who ain't like that, who ain't crazy. Take the good and the bad. Let me work on myself, better myself, right? And look at the positive, the negative, the good times and bad times. You learn from your mistakes. You move on. You work on. You build yourself up. And a lot of you guys should not be focused on trying to get women anyway. In high school anyway, y'all should just, because the way these bitches are, all they do, they don't go with guys their own age. They try to go for the oldest dude that's not in high school. Some of them old enough to be their daddy or granddaddy because he got a car and got a home and money, because these bitches are so thirsty for money and resources and fame and status, so fucking hypergamous, and you wonder why you got situations like this. And I'm not saying that what I'm saying applies to that situation. But I'm saying is, a lot of you women create your own goddamn killers. A matter of fact, people create their own goddamn killers. But you Caucasians, y'all create your own goddamn enemies by fucking with people of color. I'm not saying that you don't have some people of color. You have black people and other ethnic people of color that fuck with y'all, but it's rare. Okay, I'm not saying that African people, black people, and other non-Caucasian groups are angels. I know that for a fact that's not the case. But under your system, under being what we've been taught and being raised under your ideologies and beliefs and what you pushed on to us and my people and my ancestors, y'all motherfuckers are the fucking devil. And our Caucasian people is the mother of Satan. Yes. But back on the subject. So because this dude didn't like the fact that he got dumped, and the girl didn't want to fuck with him because she found out, and I mean, which is a little too late. That the dude was crazy. He could have been a fucking bad boy, asshole jerk, for all I know. But the dude couldn't take the breakup and all that stuff, and he couldn't look at himself and say, well, where the fuck I go wrong? Or maybe it's just her. But maybe she did me a favor because the bitch could be on some bullshit. But he don't. But when you're that young, you don't think that deep. You know what I'm saying? So he just lost it and just shot and killed her. And everybody's like, and I'm like, he's not called a thug. He's not called violent. He's not like called a woman beater. You feminists talk all that shit, but y'all like got some compassion for this dude. Where's the feminist at when a woman gets killed by a Caucasian male? Well, no matter what color she is, even another Caucasian female. Oh, it's a private matter. Fuck out of here. But let me tell you something. If it was a brother who killed another chick, especially a Caucasian chick, you know, oh my God, the whole narrative changes. Now he's violent. Now he's a thug. He's a rapist. He's a killer. He's misogynistic. All this type of shit that you bitches talk about. Which is false and not correct. It's not a fact. It's all emotional bullshit that you got from the gynocentric feminazi media. Caucasian supremacist media at that. You know, I know I'm all over the place with this video, but I'm sick and tired of when Caucasians do evil ass, demonic, wicked ass, dirty shit, evil, fuck ass, inhumane shit to people, treat people like shit, do them dirty, rape them, harm them, kill them, steal from them, rape and pillage type of shit, terrorize people. They're never called thugs, criminals, terrorists. You know what I'm saying? They're never called that. They're never called for what the fuck they are. They're fucking terrorists. They're never called thugs, gangster, terrorists, ratchet, nasty, bitches, sluts, and hoes. Sons of bitches. Like Donald Trump. Donald Trump, you the son of a bitch. Okay? Because why? Because Colin Kaepernick and all these other NFL football players took a knee to racism and injustice that you perpetuate. Oh, but that's okay. But you want us to suffer in silence. Them days are over. Those days are over, bitch. Yeah, I'm saying it for what the fuck you are. You little bitch ass, privileged ass, spoiled cow. You the motherfuckers who benefit off of the oppression of my ancestors. So I'm calling you the fuck out for what it is. You benefit off of white privilege. You enjoy your male privilege, motherfucker. The way you talk, because you're an elite status, upper echelon Caucasian supremacist. So I'm going through this. I mean, even there was another case in Seattle. Now I'm not sure, but there was like two different cases. Another school shooting. One was a Caucasian, one was an Asian kid. It's always mostly Caucasians, but every now and then there's always an Asian guy who shoots up something. And then even in the past, I mean, there was articles I came across where you have Caucasian females getting emboldened to want to plot to shoot up a school and plant bombs and shit like that. Normally they're usually behind the scenes encouraging the Caucasian male to shoot up a school, plant bombs, terrorize people, kill people, stab a bunch of people. Caucasians are the only motherfuckers who can bring knives and guns to a goddamn institution, and nobody fucks with them. The security don't do shit. The cop don't. The other cop that's assigned to the school, the institution, don't question him, don't confront him, don't do nothing. He just buys his bullshit ass story or her bullshit ass story. Oh, it's for work. But if we have, you know, there's just situations where kids do bring knives to school and guns. Not only because they just mad because they're mad at the world or they're just crazy, it's because bullying is a serious issue out here, but nobody want to talk about it. It's swept under the rug, especially when black kids are bullied. Oh, it's never talked about. But something happens to a Caucasian kid. Oh, male or female, gay or straight. Now we got to talk about bullying. I'm so sick of the selective outrage. I'm sick of this shit. You had a case in Seattle where and it's usually a Caucasian male that because he was sexually frustrated, angry, and violent, do some Dylan Roof type of shit. And it's funny with Dylan Roof when I went in that church and she killed all them people in that church. All them people cover folks in that church. Basically, black folks in that church in South Carolina. And how he was never called a thug, inhumane. Nobody questioned. Nobody said, "Well, how did he grow up and all that shit?" His parents were never criticized for raising a fucking loser, failure. Why did he have so much hate in his heart? Well, because you Caucasian parents teach your kids to hate people of color, black people specifically. Or if you don't have no kids, if you're a Caucasian adult, you always tell a Caucasian child to be fucking racist. You always passing down this Caucasian supremacist garbage. Because y'all like being on top. But it's funny how you Caucasians like living around black folks, but you hate black people. All you motherfuckers got to do is take your ass up to Montana and to some northern part of the country of America, or even go to Canada, or just where there's no black people. Don't go to Toronto. Don't go to Vancouver or Montreal. No, just go to some place where we just don't like the cold. You know what I'm saying? But I'm tired of these double standards. You Caucasian males, like last year in Texas, where this Caucasian dude gunned down, was on a campus, in a college campus out in Texas, shot a bunch of cops. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm just tired of this bullshit. And it's like, Caucasians are never called cop killers, thugs, gangsters, drug dealers, drug abusers, killers. They're never told to take personal responsibilities for their failures that are self-inflicted. See, with my people, it's never self-inflicted. Okay? We don't got control like that. They got control of their outcome more so than we do. Obviously. But that's never acknowledged because you motherfuckers are fucking dismissive as hell. I'm tired of Caucasians feeling bolder that they can say shit, do whatever the fuck they want to do. Kill a bunch of people, rape a bunch of people, molest kids, rape kids, or rape men, rape children. And it's like, especially there's a homosexual, they got a lot of Caucasian males got a lot of homosexual tendencies. You know what I'm saying? But it's always rationalized and it's used like normal. Or they come from fucked up households and there's always a fucking excuse. But see, their households, they should never have a dysfunctional household because they got wealth, resources and power and all types of advantages. Okay? My people don't have that. Y'all brought that feminist garbage to my community back in the 60s and the 70s. Where and you bitches, you Caucasian bitches, and you fucking kike bitches like Gloria Steinem, I hope she suffers and dies and rests in hell for what she did and pays for it. And her grandchildren, if she has it, pays for it. Or family, people around her and herself just suffer badly. Same. This video has been long enough. I wouldn't just say like this. I'm tired of when Caucasians kill cops, government officials, military, curse out cops, put their hands on cops and challenge the security, beat up teachers and fight adults, these Caucasian teens specifically, and just Caucasians, specifically the Caucasian male, attack and fuck with people, beat up on people, terrorize people, rape, pillage, steal resources, steal intellectual property, take credit for shit that ain't theirs, kill children, do all types of atrocities, bomb nations, bomb towns, burn down towns, shoot missiles to other nations, plan these attacks, fuck with other nations, fuck with people, period. Especially people who don't look like them specifically. I'm tired of this shit. They're never called thugs, rapists, murderers, killers, woman beaters, deadbeats, or if they're Caucasian females, sluts, whores, and bitches, and shit starters. And man-hating low-life cunts. Caucasians as a whole are never called liars and deceivers, which they are. Never called fags and dykes and low-life bitches, sons of bitches. They're never criticized for anything they do. They're never called rapists, murderers, terrorists, thugs, criminals, and gangsters. And drug abusers and lazy and degenerates, which the majority of these motherfuckers are. I'm not, and let me just say it like this: if you're a Caucasian person and you're watching and listening to this video, and you're not like that, you don't get down like that, and you're not racist, you're not hateful to people, you don't discriminate, you against racism and Caucasian supremacy, and you're actually trying to do stuff to end racism and Caucasian supremacy, and you're using your privilege to help, trying to help people like me and just help the world, then I'm not talking about you. And if you do get offended, then obviously the shit applies, so you should just shut the fuck up, because I'm not going to go back and forth with you motherfuckers. Oh, all lives matter. Really? Well, wherever the fuck y'all at when my people are being slaughtered and terrorized and tortured, raped and killed and being victim of all types of abuse from the black man, woman, and child. We are being threatened, we're being harassed, and just degraded, and just being disrespected completely, and being harmed and killed inhumanely. If all lives matter, then that should be addressed, and y'all should stop doing that shit. If all lives matter, but y'all full of shit. Okay. I'm tired of to you news motherfuckers, to you motherfuckers who run the news and the media. Call them for what they are. You call black men thugs. Call these Caucasian males who actually do shit thugs. When so-called black men do something or make a mistake, we're called thugs, and and it's always held against us for life. But when Caucasian people are habitual offenders, who are rapists, who are child molesters, drinking drugs, running drugs, shit, abusing drugs, child abusers, woman beaters, man beaters, spousal abusers, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to call it, and violent towards people, violate people, harass people, bully people, kill people, steal from people, steal intellectual property, torture people and torture other groups of people, and terrorize the fuck out of them and make their lives a living hell, and discriminate and fuck them over completely and just treat them like trash. Oh, y'all never called thugs. Y'all never called gangsters. You never called criminals, degenerates, drug abusers. Y'all never talk about so-called white on white crime, which y'all need to fucking address. But that's why I don't talk about black on black crime or gay on gay crime, you know, or Asian on Asian crime, or Latino on Latino crime. You know what I'm saying? Or Middle Eastern crime, Arab crime, basically. But my thing is, Caucasians, y'all need to wake the fuck up. Because y'all the ones who are killing yourselves. Y'all killing each other at a higher rate. Y'all the ones who put all the shit and poisons in the food and the water where women can't give birth to kids, or you dudes are fucking sterile as fuck. What about the white on white crime that goes on when Caucasian kids kill another Caucasian kid in masses? Kill a bunch of Caucasian kids. Or you kill a bunch of Caucasian people in your community when there's rape, perversion, murder, terror, and torture. I mean, I looked at it, and some of y'all abuse your kids and torture your kids inhumanely, but y'all never talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking bullshit, man. And women watching, they're always looked at as angels, and we're always looked at as the devil, when actually they are the original Satan, their damn selves. They're original Satan. They're the mother and father of Satan. Okay? But you know, the chickens are coming home to roost. So y'all can ignore and turn your back on white on white crime, white on white violence, Caucasian on Caucasian crime, terror, and y'all killing each other and all fucking each other, just because that's in your fucking nature. And y'all killing yourselves, doing dumb shit like eating them laundry packs, them laundry detergent packs in their mouths, and killing yourselves, doing stupid shit, you know. And my thing is, I really don't give a fuck, because it's not my problem. But my thing is, I'm tired of y'all having the selective outrage and always trying to sweep your dirt under the rug, but you want to expose my shit that you caused on us. You want to expose people of color shit and other group shit and you want to expose our skeletons when it ain't our fault, but you want to hide your bullshit and your skeletons when you don't have no excuse to act out and be fucked up. I'm tired of your basically, I'm just tired of the selective outrage while you are the angels and we are the devil, when you actually are the fucking devil. I'll say it like this: I'm tired of the selective outrage with people, specifically Caucasian people. And yeah, you got self-hating, handkerchief head, the Europeans and other colonized, self-hating brown folks who worship Caucasian people to the max, like ridiculously. But my thing is, I'm just saying to you Caucasian folks, you know, you need to check yourself. Check out the issues in your community. Stop sticking your nose in other people's business, okay? And you want to butt and tell us how we should do things when you can't even do shit your own goddamn self without the help of others, okay? Y'all don't even want to pick your own goddamn strawberries and peaches and shit. So shut up, okay? My thing is that you Caucasians need to check your goddamn selves. Hold yourselves accountable. Take personal responsibility for the reason why your lives are fucked up and the reason why the planet's fucked up is because of y'all. Y'all in charge, but you want to act like a bitch and have all this power and control and all the say-so in the decision-making, and then when things go good, you get all the credit, but when things go bad, you want to put the blame on us. When most of the time your success comes from other people, but when you make it, when you get what you want, it's good. But when you do things on your own, or things don't go out the way you want them to, because you ain't doing it yourself, then you want to bitch and blame everybody else but your damn self when you should have been doing it your damn self. I'm gonna say it like this: you Caucasians need to check yourself. Stop trying to portray yourself as this god and goddess and this angel, and you can't do no wrong, and you angelic. But you want to portray non-Caucasians, brown folks, specifically black folks, so-called black folks, melanated, dark-skinned people, to be the evil, the villain of the story, and we're the most dangerous, the most violent. When it's actually when in actuality, in history, we're not like that. You are like that. You're the most dangerous. You're the most violent. You're the most toxic. You're the most cancerous, pain in the ass motherfuckers. You're the biggest thugs, rapists, terrorists, and murderers, and you're the most inhumane motherfuckers there are. You have no damn humanity, but you want to talk about everybody else. You need to check yourselves and shut the fuck up. You need to look at your own, address the issues in your community, because y'all are killing each other ridiculously. Y'all have these outbursts, and it's just in your nature, but you don't get it in check. But you want to talk about other groups. Y'all got poor parenting skills. Y'all don't even know how to work together without killing each other. You're the ones who are dying out. You're the ones who are killing yourselves in larger numbers, and you killing off your youth and generations, and you just dysfunctional as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you want to talk about, you want to have guns, but when someone of your own kind kills you off and kills people of your own ethnicity off, down the sun, you want to talk about gun control. But you still give them same people, crazy ass people in your group, guns anyway. But you want to police me, and you want to police people of color like me, and tell we can't have nothing, but everything apply. But you want to run shit. But you want to basically what I'm saying is, people, is that they want to make all the rules and do whatever the hell they want to do, like a bunch of dumbass spoiled children. But we can't do shit. But we got to be adults and be responsible and suffer. I'm tired of your double standards, man, and women. Caucasians, y'all need to get it together and check yourselves and stop butting into other people's business. That's all I got to say about peace.